You may be searching for the definition of bird's nest. Look no further, just look at my hair. Hey, welcome back to Selfcare Karen. Really pleased to have you here today. So if you've been following my channel for a while, thank you. But also just to say, you probably know by now that I have grey hair. And not completely, but I've got a lot of greys. And you know, I've tried out different hair dyes. The most recent one was the Knight and Wilson, and I'll put a link to that video up here. I've also tried out on here eSalon, plus all the stuff that I've done, you know, over the years. And the thing is, right, I dyed my hair with the Knight and Wilson on the 30th of November. Yes, I made a note. And now we're at the 20th of December, and for the last week, maybe even 10 days, I've had regrowth. I've had greys coming through, which makes me feel terrible. And I was just going to go and do the roots, you know, I've got like, I think it's a Superdrug one, just to do the roots, because I really don't want to go through Christmas worrying about my greys. But then I was just standing in line for my vaccine booster, which I'm so thankful for getting. And I thought, you know, there must be an alternative. And I just went on Pinterest and I was like searching, and I came across this thing about using black tea. So I'm going to experiment. My hair is newly washed. It's almost dry, not completely. If you see here, you should be able to see on my parting the greys coming through. Okay, so that's what I want to try and disguise. And what I've read up on the black tea method is you use a black tea, and you make a solution with that black tea. You spray it on the hair repeatedly. You let it dry repeatedly, and then it kind of dyes the hair naturally. So, and apparently it's got conditioning properties as well, but who knows. I'm just interested right now in disguising the grey. So I last night boiled a kettle and I made a teapot. I've got this wonderful teapot, which I'll put a picture up of the tea in there, with some loose leaf black tea. And yeah, so that steeped all night, and now I've decanted it into a spray bottle. So let me talk to you about the tea. So I am an absolute fan of a Chinese tea called Lapsang Souchong, which is a bit of an acquired taste because it's smoked black tea. And anyway, I found this mix. I did a bit of research because I thought, you know, let's spice it up a bit. Let's not always just have the Lapsang. And I found this thing called Russian Caravan, and it's a traditional blend of China large leaf teas, syrupy in flavour with a distinct aroma. It's got Ceylon. Oh no, is that what it's got in it? Oh no, I'm not sure what it's got in it then. It's definitely got Lapsang in it, and it's like a black tea. I got it from a local. If you live in North London, you might recognise this brand. It's been going for a long time. And if you ever walk past their shop, it's just amazing because they grind the coffee fresh there. And I don't drink coffee, but yeah, since established in 1897, that's the other side. And yeah, and I got it there, but I don't like this tea. I don't like this blend. So I'm going to be using this for my experiment. So as I said, I made up the solution. It steeped all night, so it should be nice and concentrated. And I've decanted it into this cleaning bottle spray. It's totally clean. I've had it with water going through it for a long time because my son likes to use it to play with. So it's fine. It's fine. This has not got any solution in it. Okay, so I'm going to use this to spray on where my greys are, and I'm going to then come back as often as I can today, sort of letting it dry a bit in between. I'm not going to blow dry it, I think, because I think that just makes it even more complicated, and I don't think that's particularly good for the hair. Yeah, so I'm just going to spray, come back. I probably won't film it all. I'll just be, you know, put this in the bathroom. But I will come back at the end of the day and just like, or as soon as I, you know, not the end, because I can't film when my son's back from nursery. But before I go and pick him up, I'll film just to see how we're doing. Or maybe I'll take a photo. I don't know. And then I might carry on with it. We'll see how I go. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to make the rules up as I go along. So as I said, I've got greys here, along here. I've probably got some coming up here as well, although they're not as visible. And there's probably some, I can't really see, but there's probably some there. So those are the kind of the 3 areas that I'm going to target with the spray. There's probably loads around the back, but I can't see them, so I'm not going to bother with that. And just to say that with the Knight & Wilson one, probably a bit my fault, it was too red, and so what I'm seeing is that the roots are quite red and light, which I don't like. So my bad in not picking the right hair dye colour, but yeah, you can see that I've got greys coming through, right? So anyway, I'm gonna do it. Right, so here we go. Hopefully it's on a good spray. Let's try. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, so it's coming out. I've got a towel here just in case. I don't really want to make it too drippy because I don't want to get black tea everywhere, but just enough that I feel like the roots are, and it's really, the thing is, right, it's really near. I'm going to do the front bit because it's the roots, of course, it's right by my skin, and I really don't want to dye my face. So I'm just going to try and be a bit careful. Maybe I'll do a bit on here. There. Okay, right, so that's try 1, and I'll come back again throughout the day and yeah, and spray on more. See you later. Right, so I have sprayed the black tea solution on my grey hairs about 5 times today. I don't know if you can tell any different. I can still see the shimmery greyness. I don't think there has been any improvement. My hair feels all crunchy, and I felt quite damp today because of this. I am going to try again, I think, tomorrow. So in the morning, I'll wash my hair and then I'll do the spraying again. As I said, I've done about 5 times today. Maybe I'll manage about the same tomorrow and see. And I think that's the last chance I'll give it, because I wouldn't do it if it was more labour intensive than a couple of days of spraying. So yeah, see you tomorrow. So here's the deal. I decided against doing the experiment again today, mainly because I've decided I do need to dye my roots before Christmas, and my only chance to do that will be tomorrow morning, and I don't want to have crunchy tea on my hair before I do that. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to call this experiment an epic fail. I mean, I don't know. Has it hidden some? I mean, I've still got loads of greys. It's just, even if it works, I think it's just too much of a faff for me. As you know, I'm not into the faff. So I will dye my roots tomorrow. I will call this an epic fail. Apologies for my shiny red face. I'm just getting ready to try out a face mask. You know, God, my life is just so hard, you know, full of all these tests and experiments with beautifying treatments. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for having Selfcare Karen in your life. Please remember that you are in perfect time. See you soon.